Hello friends, welcome to the Global Pulse. Which Israeli targets are on Iran's target list? Will the entire Middle East come in the grip of war? Iran-Israel tension and war possibility. It was announced to avenge the death of Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh, and in the meantime, Hezbollah and Houthi attacked some Israeli military bases with drones. According to reports, a civilian was killed in this attack while many soldiers were injured. However, Iran has not yet launched a direct attack on Israel. Now Israel is saying that if it finds evidence of an attack from the Iran, then it will not sit silent. Overall, the possibility of war between Iran and Israel cannot be ruled out. Let's know the whole story of this tension and the possibility of war. Drone attack on Israel. Amid the ticking of the clock, the fear of war between Iran and Israel is increasing continuously. Different news agencies, quoting Iranian sources, have already claimed that Iran can attack Israel at any time. But in the meantime, news from Israel is increasing the tension. In Israel's capital Tel Aviv, at 3:12 a.m., the sound of a drone is suddenly heard in the sky in the middle of darkness. But before that drone is detected, people's screams start to be heard with an explosion. Actually, this drone was released by those Houthi terrorists of neighboring country Yemen, who are against Israel in this conflict between Iran and Israel and have been supporting Hamas. Although a citizen died in this drone attack, which cannot be called very terrible in terms of attacks here, but the way the terrorists pierced Israel's security cordon with just one drone and targeted its capital, it is definitely an alarm bell for Israel. But this attack is not alone. Just a day earlier, Hezbollah has injured at least 6 soldiers in a drone attack on an Israeli military base. While Israel has killed 6 Hezbollah fighters with its attack in a few hours, 50 more people have been killed in the ongoing war in Gaza. Obviously, all these situations indicate that these organizations fighting a proxy war on behalf of Iran are now engaged in creating an atmosphere of war in the area with full force. And at the moment, the situation is such that just one spark can start this fixed war a few hours earlier. Meanwhile, Israel has also made it clear that if it gets strong intelligence input of Iran's attack, then it will not wait for the attack of Iran. Rather, it will attack Iran. But in the midst of all this, where a report has caught everyone's attention, it has also indicated how the nature of this war can be. This is the report of the Institute for the Study of War. Quoting DEFA News, run by the Iranian Armed Forces, this report tells where and how Iran can attack Israel. The report, released on August 5, lists Israel's potential military and civilian targets that Iran can target. The list includes Israeli military bases, the Israeli Military Ministry Office in Tel Aviv, the Knesset building in Jerusalem, 8 Israeli air bases, and civilian targets in several cities, airports, gas fields, power plants, and other bases. Iran has prepared a target list. This report says that the purpose of releasing such a list by the Iran may be to divert the attention of the Israeli defense system. In fact, this target list of Iran is very long, and in this list, there are many important places spread over Israel in large parts, which Israel can try to secure after the release of this list. That is, it can spread its air and missile defense assets over a large area. And in this case, Iran can attack some selected places. It has been reported in the report that earlier when Iran attacked Israel on April 13, 2024, the American and Israeli coalition intercepted most of the missiles in the air and shot them down, causing minimal damage to Israel. But if this time the attack is from countries like Iraq, Lebanon, or Syria in addition to the Iran, then it will be difficult for Israel to intercept those attacks than before, because if there is an attack from these places, the missile launch will reduce the distance from their target to the hit. Second, due to the reduced distance, the flight time in the sky will also be reduced, and this will not easily catch the missiles. According to the report, the purpose of publishing a list of such targets is less to identify these targets, but more to have a strategic and economic impact. Iran is also trying to understand how much damage it can cause to Israel by naming civilian targets and how Israel can retaliate on Iran in return. That is, the purpose behind publishing this list seems to be more to prepare a mental array. Iran stands with Russia. Old saying, that the enemy of an enemy is a friend. In this war, Russia and China have already said to stand with the Iran. Especially, because America is supporting Israel against Iran on this front. But now Russian President Vladimir Putin has also given his green signal to the Iran's revenge plan. However, Putin sent a secret message to Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and warned him of some conditions for this attack. Sergei Shoigu, who is considered close to Putin himself, came to Iran a few days ago, after the death of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, where he introduced Khamenei to Putin's point of view. In a secret message, Russia advised Iran to avoid attacks on civilian targets in Israel and also reminded them of the consequences. Iran seeks air defense systems from Russia. On the other hand, amid fears of war, Iran has appealed to Russia to start the delivery of Sukhoi Su-35 fighter jets soon while preparing to make a detailed agreement with Russia. Russia has already provided advanced air defense systems and many types of radars to Iran. A New York Times report states that Iran has asked for more air defense systems from Russia, while Iran already has the S-300 air defense system made in Russia, which can detect many attacks in advance. Meanwhile, some sources have claimed that between the possibilities of war and turmoil, Russia is now going to start supplying the S-400 defense system to Iran. Fighter jets and warships deployed around Israel. How dangerous this situation of conflict between Israel has reached can be gauged from the fact that friendly countries like America and Britain have started deploying their fighter jets and warships around Israel to help it. Britain has signed Royal Navy ships as well as RAF. Helicopters have also been kept on standby. Given the current situation, it seems that Iran has linked the death of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh and Hezbollah's military chief Fuad Shukr to its reputation and wants to target Israel at any cost. Iran's neighbors like Jordan and Lebanon have started diplomatic efforts to defuse the tension that has risen after the death of the two, but Iran is not budging from its intention. According to a report, the foreign minister of Jordan and Lebanon also visited Iran to take stock of the situation after Haniyeh's death and to reduce tensions, but Iran made it clear that he would attack Israel in every situation, even if the full-fledged war started. Former CIA Director David Petraeus has expressed the hope in an interview given to Iran International that even if Iran attacks Israel, both countries would like to avoid jumping into a full-fledged war at this time. Because if there is a complete war between the two countries, then both countries will suffer terrible losses and neither Iran nor Israel would want that. He said that the way Ismail Haniyeh was killed inside Tehran is a major intelligence and security failure and a big setback for the Iran. Which country is with whom? Now the question is, who will support whom in the event of war and how? According to sources, Iran may get help from Hezbollah, Syria and Iraq militia in Lebanon and Houthi rebels of Yemen in this attack, but none of these countries have so far openly said to support the Iran. Although Russia and China have definitely supported Iran, but in the event of war, how much and in which way these two countries will support Iran is not clear. Whereas, Jordan's attitude has been neutral. Because earlier when Iran fired missiles at Israel, Jordan along with America also helped Israel. At the same time, Saudi Arabia and UAE also provided U.S. input. The special thing is that if a missile is fired from Iran, Iraq or Yemen targeting Israel, then they will have to cross the sky of Jordan, and Jordan has made it clear last time that it will not allow anyone from Iran and Israel to violate its airspace. Thank you very much for watching. Always stay tuned for the latest news and updates across the globe. Goodbye and see you soon.